Texting is a huge part of our culture now, which means it's also a very big part of the dating process. I just want to go over a few texting tips that will help you out through the dating process. So these are my 10 texting tips. Number one, keep the ratio 1-to-1 as much as possible. Do not text him back to back to back, 3, 4, 5 messages. Give him time to respond to what you've said, and then you can respond back. Number two, keep the text messages light and fun. Avoid having sad conversations or sad stories. Don't tell him anything sad about your day for the most part. Don't get too long-winded. Everything should be light and sassy and fun. Men are suckers for the unknown. This helps you maintain your feminine mystique. A man will typically fall in love with a woman that he knows less about. Or, have you ever heard a guy say, there's just something about her? I don't really know. I can't stop thinking about her. I can't get out of my head. I don't know. I can't figure her out. Less is more. Number three, okay, this should probably be number one. This is a really big one, you guys. Okay, I want you to lean in and I want you to listen, okay? Number three, showing off. Don't show off. Let him do the showing off. A man would rather be impressive to you than impressed by you. Don't feel pressure to show that you're clever or intelligent. Just relax and be feminine, be yourself. Trying to impress a man will cause you to overinvest in the conversation. Just be playful and classy. Men are naturally wired to want to impress and to show off. That's what they do. So just let them do that and you be impressed by what they do. Try to avoid talking about your career, your job, your all of your degrees, your accolades. Those things can always be talked about later. Build the main foundation on the personality of who you are and the essence of you being a woman and what you contribute and what you bring to his life, which is, you are a fun, happy, beautiful woman, okay? So all the other great things about you is just gonna be an added layer on the cake, but we just don't wanna add that layer right now, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, I hope I'm making sense. All right, okay, number 4, compliment him back. If he flirts and compliments you, text him back and compliment him too. He needs to know that you desire him as well. So this is very important. If you ignore his compliments and his flirting, then he may take it as a sign that you're just not interested in him. Flatter him, be sexy, be sassy, engage, and stroke his ego like a guitar. Hype him up. Everybody loves being hyped up. I love having my head blown up. I love being told I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous. So I'm sure that you love being complimented, right? Everybody loves a compliment. So yeah, hype him up, make him feel good, exploit his need to feel special. Yeah. Okay. Number 5, end the conversation at its peak. Very important. Keep him wanting more. Do not force the conversation. Right after, a few flirtatious and romantic texts, when he's really, really engaged and he's loving talking to you, end it. If he's really into you, he will not want to end the romantic conversation with you. But this is a great way to keep him wanting to talk to you. He will be excited about the next time he gets to talk to you. Number 6, things to talk about. All right, what do you talk about? What do you text about? Pretty much anything, but I would keep it fun. Talk about your last vacation, talk about your hobbies, what you enjoy doing, what you like to do, what he likes to do, what sports he likes. You can talk about his favorite music, his favorite artists, his favorite places to go in the city, favorite restaurants, favorite food. Any of those things you can choose to talk about. I would probably stay away from talking about things like politics and religion. I would leave those things off the table for right now. Yeah, especially in the early stages, I wouldn't really go too deep into that. Number 7, limit your text that asks questions. Make more statements. You can ask some questions, but you want to limit them. If it's possible, you can even rephrase questions into a statement. Give him spontaneous, no strings attached attention. Okay. Number 8, be flexible, okay? Try not to use words like, oh, I would never do this. I would never do that. Oh, I would never leave Atlanta. I'll always be an ATL girl. I would never live outside of the country. I would never go skydiving. In the early stages, he doesn't know you well enough to know how inflexible you're being. Those words just make you sound like maybe you're really restrictive, maybe you have a list of things that you just don't do. It's easier for a man to accept your never evers when he's in love with you. Number 9, do not backpedal when he disagrees with you on something. It's okay to disagree. You know, you're not going to agree on everything, but just, stand your ground. Do not start an argument, but, just stay firm in what you said and why you believe in what you've said, okay? Number 10, this is the biggest one. Please take notes and please listen to this, okay? Be cool. Live in the now with your text. Men live in the moment. They are not living for the future. They express how they feel in the moment. Women are more future oriented. We're always thinking about the future, which makes us have greater expectations and greater disappointments. So I challenge you to lower your expectations of men. Live in the now. Don't worry about other women. Care less about being his girlfriend. This will make him lower his guard around you. It's always easier for a man to fall in love with a woman when she seems uninterested in controlling him or controlling the outcome of their relationship. Does that make sense? So I don't want you thinking so much into the future. Stay away from any phrases that sound like you are mentally thinking about this relationship being in the future. Live for the moment. Have fun in the moment with him. You guys hit me up if you have any questions about these texting tips. I am going to be attaching some sample text that you can use right now, yes, and also just a few other tips that I didn't put in this video. It's going to be on the attached document, so download that and check it out.